Hey guys, about to play a match with the Blue-Red Fevered Visions Burn deck. I'll be back with you guys when I have an opponent. Alright, we would like to play first, and I think this is a good hand. Turn 2, Storm Chaser, and do a bunch of spells. Seems pretty good. Play Fumarole first, obviously. I mean, there's a chance he plays something we want to Impulse right away, but not a huge chance of it. Twin Bolt will be good if our opponent's playing low toughness creatures. You know, it also just has the potential to go to the opponent's dome. So, yeah, I mean, I like this hand. Fiery Impulse would always make it better because having a turn 2 Storm Chaser Mage and then on turn 3 Tormenting Voicing with Fiery Impulse is like ridiculous. I mean, it's a lot of damage to be done to your opponent that quickly. All right, so our opponent, oh, well, there it is. You ask and you will receive. So we're going to go ahead and play our Storm Chaser and get in for 1. Next turn, we probably do Tormenting Voice plus Fiery Temper. We'll see what our opponent's up to. But, yeah, that's the plan, I think. All right, well, I think we still do it, even though we drew a wild that we probably want to play eventually. But I think we go Tormenting Voice, discard Fiery Temper. Also gives us Spell Mastery if that happens to matter later. And draws us 2 cards, it's worth noting. So, and we don't really give up a card. Right, there's Chandra and another Fiery Temper. So we have opponent down to 13 already. Next turn we can drop them considerably lower. I'm thinking I probably actually play Chandra. There's some chance though that our opponent's going to play something like Languish. So maybe it's just better to go for burn. Like if I Exquisite Firecraft here, he goes to 9 and then to 7. I mean, Radiant Flames is possible too, which would really hurt my momentum, I think. If I play Chandra, that is. I mean, I don't care if my Storm Chaser Mage alone dies, but losing 2 creatures does make it a little worse. But I guess at the same time, even if my opponent does do that, I have a hand that has 4, 7, 9 damage in it. Yeah, let's go for it. All right. Play our Wilds, and then we'll play Chandra. So it's definitely a situation where if our opponent does not play a blocker here, that we easily flip Chandra. We can flip her even if he does play a blocker, but it'll be super easy. I'm just going to do this now. Right, our opponent's got something for us. Ultimate price, okay. Yeah, that's kind of crappy for us, but not the end of the world. Okay, so now I think we just go for burning our opponent. I'm probably going to hold on to the Firecraft for now because he's probably going to play Goblin Dark Dwellers, which won't get him back a great thing right now, but so we're going to use Twin Bolt, which will drop our opponent down to 8. Which does mean we can kill him next turn with burn plus a swing, so play our other Fumarole and end our turn. Ultimate price does not kill Storm Chaser Mage, it's worth noting. Okay. So I think we just go for it here. All right, he's scooped. So we got there. Opponent's running Ultimate Price, which does make Chandra worse. Opponent doesn't seem to be running a huge number of creatures. So Fiery Impulse gets a little worse too. So I may cut like 1 Chandra, 2 Impulses. Seems like Fevered Visions will be good. If he does run creatures, they may be big. But all we saw was black and red. He's probably got some other color, right? We didn't see much from our opponent that game. I mean, I could just bring in more burn, but actually I think just leaving in one of the Chandras is fine. And we probably want negate. I mean, we don't know exactly what's going on, but we probably want negate. Could be planeswalkers or something. I mean, Fiery Impulse is going to have very few targets it can actually kill if it even has any. I'm leaving 2 in to sort of hedge, but Goblin Dark Dweller is the only creature I feel like fairly confident in saying is in this deck. So maybe I should have brought in like Roast that can kill it, but generally by turn 5 we're not that worried about a 4/4. But yeah. All right, game number 2. I think this hand's a keep, even though we don't have like a lot of early burn or anything like that. But I think we still keep it. Well, our lands are going to hurt us. Question is, do I play turn 2 Abbott? And I probably do. I mean, if I just want to keep damage out there. Abbott, is better to play later, but Abbott's also a pretty good source of damage. Okay, so our opponent does have a Sylvan Advocate. Okay, so we just didn't see that last game. That is pretty good against, like Fiery Impulse is good against that, is what I'm trying to say. Right, Firecraft. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just play my Abbott here. Miss out on the value. And it was Chandra. Hurts a little bit. Some our opponent doesn't have black, so it appears. So he's Jund something or other. Well, now he's going to get black. So I think we probably Firecraft the Advocate out of the way. He may just ultimate price my Abbott, but the Advocate's going to get too big to burn eventually. So let's see if he has ultimate price. This is a little less sweet. If he doesn't, then this is a pretty good turn. Killing his guy and getting in for 3. Well, looks like we do. So we probably play Synprotter next, although Languish is a real thing. Languish is a thing. Okay. All right, so I think we play Abbott here. To the slaughter. Okay. He's going to make me sacrifice my other Abbott. Well, we cannot play that. Drawing it would have been nice, but we didn't. I do think I still cast Tormenting Voice and discard this Reef, though, even though we're not going to get to swing. All right, Negate will be good later. We can play our Prodder and leave Negate up if we want to. Our opponent's definitely more mana than we like seeing. Yeah, there's a Dark Dweller. So he can play To the Slaughter again. Right, Fevered Visions, huh? I think I want to just play my Prodder right now. And, except I should tap my mana a little different so I don't have to take damage. Yeah, I'll play my Prodder here, and just in my turn. If he wants to try to race with his Goblin, I think we're in pretty good shape. Yep, we take 4. Yeah, that's pretty good at Traverse, too. Ruinous Path. Okay, I think we save it. Make him use another spell if he has another one. He doesn't, but he has a very... Oh, no, it's not large yet. That's good news. What do we reveal? Wandering Fumarole. Probably just goes in our graveyard. Our opponent doesn't probably want to give us a man land who can block and kill that thing. Okay. Fiery Temper's pretty good. Since it can kill the Sylvan Advocate before it gets huge. Has Menace. People seem to forget it has Menace. They focus on the other line of text. That's why I didn't play Fiery Temper first. But now I think we just play the Temper. All right. So we probably play Fevered Vision soonish. Go down to 9. Kolagon's command. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good right there. Gets his advocate back. Right, we are in trouble now, I would say. I think we probably side in roast. I mentioned it, and I definitely should now that we've seen the advocate. I think we probably lose this game. I could hit a fiery impulse off of Fevered Visions, which would be good, because I get to draw the card. But other than that, I'm pretty dead. Fiery impulse can kill this right now, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Visions. Exquisite Firecraft. So if he plays a land here, I think we just scoop. No land. Well, then we have... Maybe we can survive. Maybe. See what else he has in his hand. Well, I think now we can survive. Maybe only temporarily, but surviving. Take this down before it becomes a 4/5 with Vigilance. And then play this just to block. And yeah, we lose. Okay. Saw that coming. Yeah, we definitely want roast. Do we just side out our last two impulses? Probably not. We can probably side out Avacyn's Judgment, though. It's kind of clunky against this opponent. Yeah, I think that's the only changes we make. Prodder is not awesome against Kolagon's command. It's worth noting, since it just freaking dies to it. And nets my opponent a card at the same time. Do I really need negates? It might just be better to... no, I think we probably do want them. There's enough like game-breaking spells in our opponent's deck. Right, being back on the play feels good. This hand's pretty solid, although probably the weaker one that we've seen so far, since it has no creatures. Getting like one creature is usually what we want, so... And we don't have one this time. Opponent mulligan to 6, though, at least, so play Ephemeral here. Just drawing like Tormenting Voice would make this hand so much better. Or any creature. Any creature would make it better. Especially the Storm Chaser, which it seems like his deck doesn't have a huge number of ways to deal with. Right, well, we are up to 10 damage in our hand, which is not an irrelevant number. For now, I think we let that live because we have a good chance to, and then drawing that's awesome. We'll be able to Fiery Impulse it probably before he, before it gets too big for us. So I'm just going to play my Abbot here. All right, Chandra, we can't play that. End our turn. Okay. All right. Well, here I think I just use Exquisite Firecraft on his dome. Yeah. Drop him to 15, end our turn. We have 6 damage more in our hand, plus, yeah, next turn we'll be able to Fiery Impulse this thing to death. We can actually just leave our mana up, too, since they're all instants. The Firecraft is not an instant, so that's why I played it when I did. Ooh. I wasn't really expecting that card. Okay. That's bad for us. He doesn't have Delirium, though, so that's good for us. So that part I'm down with. It's going to do 4 to him at his upkeep. I'm just going to go ahead now and use Fiery Temper on him to drop him to 12, and then Fiery Impulse the Advocate. We do give him 3 card types by doing that, but he goes to 8 now. Right, we can impulse that too. He goes to 4 on his upkeep if he doesn't have Delirium, and he doesn't right now. What does he need? 2 Sylvan Advocates. Okay, so there's no way he's getting Delirium before his turn, which means he's just dead. That's a bad card against us. So, I think I just cast Fiery Temper on him. And then impulse one of these, just in case he does have a way to survive. Doesn't look. Yep. Well, Mindrack Demon helped us out there. Did 8 damage for us. Was a very bad card for our opponent to play. He was unlucky that he didn't hit Delirium, so that was lucky for us. So we beat the Jund deck. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.